So I grew up in a household of just 5 boys, mum and dad, and I was bang, the third child, middle child. So I always thought I was the odd one out, just growing up, because the way my brothers would treat me. When it came to birthdays, I never had a birthday cake, and my brothers all had birthday cakes. Why am I being treated different? I would ask them, why do you guys always treat me like crap? Bro, because we found you in the trash can. So you're adopted. Yeah, mum and dad found you in the waste. And I'd walk home from school, and school was like half an hour walk. If I got home 31 past 3, I'd get a hiding. Sometimes my dad would just walk down the hallway, I'll be walking past him in the hallway. One time my dad just grabbed my head, just smashed me into the wall. And one time I cooked them this chicken curry, it wasn't to his liking. Then he just grabbed the whole pot and tipped it on my head. It was just normal. My uncle was like a good friend of the family. He was just like a brother to us, but I looked up to him. He was like an elder in the church. He knew what I was going through because I told him everything. I just thought, man, this guy's awesome, you know? He's showing me that love that my dad should be showing me. He's showing me the love that my brother should be showing me. Anytime an elder wants you to massage them, like we call it lomi lomi. So my mom would tell me to lomi lomi this person, or she wanted me to massage her, I'll massage her. So one night my mom asked me to massage my uncle, and so I was massaging his legs, and then mum said, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm tired. Everyone was asleep. It was late at night. And the next thing you know, my uncle started touching me. I got scared. I froze, and then I just remember, oh, I gotta go to sleep. How could he touch me like that? And I just remember I started crying. I just thought, man, stuff you, God. God doesn't exist. You know, being abused from my dad, my brothers, getting hidings daily. I was just like, this is not love. If this is love, then I don't want it. And so it just got to the point where I got so depressed I wanted to commit suicide. And I would sleep on the train tracks, hoping a train would come and set me free from this life I was living. I would be so depressed that I would walk from one side of Christchurch to the other, and it would take like 6 hours, longer than that, I can't remember. But I'll just put on my headphones, listen to music, and just walk. And then I'd realize, oh shucks, I'm on the other side of Christchurch. I just dug myself in music. I'd write music it was my freedom. Like, a lot of people will smoke drugs to get away from this world or whatever they're going through. To me, it was music. Well, at the age of 13, I gave my heart to God. I was at a church service. It was a family thing to do, to go to church on every Sunday. The preacher goes, you know, there's a boy in here who's hurting. You've been sexually abused, and no one understands you, no one knows, but God wants to set you free from that today. But being so young and naive, I just gave my heart to God. I was like, Lord, I'll give you my heart. Set me free from this. We were going swimming, me and my uncle and one of my little brothers. And we came back, and I was dehydrated after swimming. And I remember waking up exactly at 11 p.m. and I heard my mum say to my uncle, just stay over here for the night. All the memories of what my uncle did to me that night came back. You know, forgiven him. And next thing you know, I woke up with my uncle on my back, raping me. So I was raped at the age of 13. And the thing is, my uncle knew everything about me. He knew what I was going through, how I felt rejected, neglected, and he used that against me. You know, no one will believe you. While he was doing his business, he told me, no one will believe you, so just shut up. I sent an email to an old friend I knew, a Christian friend, and I sent him an email saying I need help, I want to kill myself. I was in school, and he came into school, and he just took me out of class, and one of the boys goes, oh bro, Steve's here to see you. And I was just real down, and he came at the right moment. You know, one thing Steve did that was different from every other Christian I knew. Steve didn't preach to me, he didn't Bible bash me, he didn't tell me Jesus can set you free from your problems. He just took me to Burger King, and we just ate. And he just listened to whatever I had to share. And that was the beginning of my heart starting to open up again. But still, I didn't trust him. And it wasn't until Steve introduced me to this man that was part of this restoration house. And they helped kids off the street, people who were struggling, people who had no hope. I'll never forget that day because he was small as with small eyes. He was Asian. I just remember I sat down with this man, and I just felt drawn to him because he spoke things to me that no one else had spoken to me. And he just heard me. He didn't preach no Jesus thing to me, he just listened. And I found myself crying while I was talking to this guy. I don't know why I was crying. But he's just gonna just let it out. I found out I really needed help, so I moved into this house because it was for people like me. You know, my mum, she was like, oh, if you ever leave, I'm gonna kill you. The night I left, my mum put a machete to my head and she goes, you're not leaving. And I was like, I just cried and I was like, Mum, I'm leaving. I need to leave or else I'm gonna kill myself. The boys, they all showed me love. All the boys, they weren't my own blood. They did my washing, things like that, paid for my rent when I couldn't pay it. When I had no money, they would, buy me a feed. You know, I still didn't trust anyone, especially men. So living in a house with all these boys, I was real careful. I was watchful of what I shared. I didn't share too much of my heart because every time I shared my heart, I was hurt. And it wasn't until one day all the boys were going to this barbecue on the other side of Christchurch, and one of the boys didn't want to go, and so we were all going, and in the last minute, the guy who didn't want to go, he wanted to go. So me trying to be a nice Christian, it's like, bro, you take my seat, I'll stay home. And so all the boys left, and when I found myself staying at home, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm home alone. Because growing up in a big family of 9 kids, I was always left home alone. My family would go on outings, so I would always be the one staying home. And I'll be home some days, two days by myself with no food. And so all those memories just came back of being home alone, and I started getting angry. I was like, what are you crying for?
You pussy, what are you crying for?
Everything about me just flipped. And then I heard my name being called out. I heard this, Matt. And I was crying like a baby. I was like, God? It's like, Matt. I was like, God, is that you? It's like, Matt. And I turned around, I was like, and I seen the Asian man, John. He came all the way back. When he seen I wasn't at the place, at the barbecue, he felt the Lord tell him to go back and pick up Matt. So he came all the way back and picked me up. And to me, it's not a massive, great miracle, but to me it was. Because he didn't know I'd been left home alone. For him doing that was God telling me, I'll never leave you, nor forsake you. And I will leave the 99 just for the one. Just from that boy, they walked in their house, and that day I met you.
Yeah, I remember.
Just, everything you've done for me from where I was, that angry kid, that lonely kid, effed up kid. Just everything you've done for me, the little things to the big things, like giving me my first birthday cake.
I remember that one. That was silly.
Just, things like that. I know nothing will ever repay the love that you've done for me, but just what you've taught me, I will carry for the rest of my life. If you're not here tomorrow, or if you're not here in a few weeks or months, I'll always remember all the love you've given me, and I'll love you forever.
I mean, a lot of people question me, why do you do this for the boys? Why do you do this and why do you do that? And I've always asked them, why not? I hope that the same attitude goes into your heart, that, what goes around comes around. Is that if you ever see a little Matthew again, reach out your hand and say, why not?
I remember the day you came back for me, Papa. It was a love like no other, stronger than a brother. You showed me the love of the Father, yeah. Because of you, my dad, we are all here. Papa, you know we love you. You know that we love you. You'll always be mine. Papa, you'll always be mine. Papa, you know we love you. You made me a better man. Hey, hey.
So first I gotta say, happy birthday, happy Father's Day. We should be happy every day, cause look at what our Father gave. Yep, so thank you, my Father, for sending us a Father to teach us the things that our fathers never taught us. How to treat a lady, how to raise a baby, and do all things unto you.